Welcome to the Mountain Magnolia Show, where your host, Mary Noble Braden, will introduce you to Swannanoa Valley's most interesting and most iconic individuals.
Hello to all you beautiful people. This is Mary Noble Braden at the Mountain Magnolia radio show. I hope everyone's having a beautiful spring day. I love looking at the beautiful flowering trees. It's my favorite time of year, but the only problem is it feels like it only lasts a week. Anyway, we have another spectacular show today. I've got a guest here that is back for the second time. He came back in the early days when we were just getting started. Welcome, Adam Combs, to the Mountain Magnolia Show.
Hey, Mary Noble. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Adam's he's our neighbor next door, right here on Black Mountain Avenue, and he runs Waypoint Adventure, which is an incredible program. And you do angel work, and I can't wait for you to tell the audience exactly about all your adventures here. But before we get started, we always start with a quote. Do you mind reading one of your favorites?
Yeah. You start with a quote at the beginning of all the shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a quote that I think will be a great way to kick off talking a little bit about Waypoint. I use this quote a lot. I read this. There's a family travel memoir, a very funny family travel memoir called We Stood Upon Stars. And as I was reading through this book, I don't know, several years ago, I came across this quote, and it was almost like something kind of jerked me back into reality. And I was like, that's why we do what we do at Waypoint. And so I love that. This is the quote. It says there's a higher purpose of adventure. An adventure simultaneously reveals who we are capable of becoming and nudges us in that direction. Before we are plagued with the doubts about what we can't do, an adventure shows us what we can. The more we hike the mountain or cross the river or stare at the stars, the more we will ask the bigger questions and believe in the bigger versions of ourselves.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
You found your why.
That's it. That's my why.
I love that.
Yeah. I would say that's our why as an organization. You know, that's why we do what we do.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, and on that note, for the audience who's listening, tell them when Waypoint was started and exactly what you guys do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, happy to. So I'm trying to think of the best way to shorten a very long story.
It's okay.
Yeah. So Waypoint was founded in 2010 up in Boston, and is still primarily headquartered up there. We have, roughly 15 full-time staff up there, and a team of 200 plus trained volunteers, running over 300 programs a year, serving, around 3,000 people with disabilities a year. In the middle of 2023, we had the opportunity to launch a new branch of the organization. And because I'm personally from this area, I grew up in Bristol, just over the mountain, went to college here in Black Mountain, stuck around the area for a number of years. When we had that opportunity to open a new branch, the first place in my mind was Black Mountain specifically, but Asheville and Western North Carolina, kind of as a whole region, simply because I knew this was a region that has a lot of focus and attention on outdoor adventure and outdoor activities, and a community of people that are people who like to go out and do those things. And so that's why we chose.
I think you picked the right place.
Black Mountain. Yeah, you would tell me maybe more specifically about what Waypoint does?
Yeah. So
what other questions do you have?
Well, you've been here since 2023. Y'all, they've got an amazing office just right down the road here. And y'all have really grown too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to tell the audience, like on a weekly basis, you guys take these gifted individuals out, and you do some amazing adventures. So give an example of what you do.
Yeah. So maybe I'll back up just a little bit and say, when people say, what's the 30-second elevator pitch or what Waypoint does, we run adventure programs for and with and alongside people with disabilities. So adaptive outdoor adventure programs. So we go hiking and kayaking and rock climbing. We do team building and ropes course programs. We just launched this year a tandem cycling program. Wow. We have a variety of different really cool, unique, adaptive equipment for folks with physical disabilities to make sure they can fully participate in these adventures. And then we have a lot of strategies and tools for making these programs also intellectually and cognitively accessible for folks who may have intellectual developmental disabilities. We're Waypoint. We run those adventure programs in two formats. So open enrollment programs, those are dates that we just put on the calendar, and individuals from the community can sign up. And so you end up getting this beautiful mixed group of people with and without disabilities that may or may not know each other. And we go on an adventure together. We go kayaking, we go hiking, we go rock climbing. And by the time that adventure's over, it's a very tight-knit group of people that now know each other, now have relationships, now have community that they can extend beyond that experience. So that's our open enrollment programming. So if folks are ever interested in joining in on one of those adventures as a participant or a volunteer, they can go to our website and click on Get Involved Now, and it'll kind of give you the options for signing up for those. That's open enrollment. And then we have custom group programs. And those are partnerships with already intact groups like school special education classrooms or social service agencies that serve folks with disabilities, like day programs. We run some programming for group homes, group homes of adults with disabilities living together, looking for something fun and unique to do together. We take those group homes out on adventures.
I think you thought of it all.
Yes. Yeah.
But I love how you take a group of people that doesn't even know each other, volunteers, and I call them gifted individuals. And how beautiful is that?
Yeah, it's awesome. In my mind, it is as true a picture of community as you can get. People that people that want to meet other people that have unique giftings and talents and skills and personalities to offer to one another's lives. And even though there is often a tangible sense of hesitancy at the beginning of those programs, right? I mean, as we are, all of us are with new people that we meet. By the time the experience is over, and I would say that's the power of adventure experiences, by the time those adventures are over, people are friends. And it is a really fun community of people to be involved with. So
if you're listening right now, really think about going to Waypoint's Adventures website and signing up to volunteer.
Yeah, or participate. Yes. If you're an individual with a disability or a family member of a child with a disability or someone who works with folks with disabilities, you can sign up for programs or reach out and we'll design a custom group program for you.
So what is y'all's calendar? You plan it, a month ahead?
Mary Noble, we are almost entirely booked for the year.
Really?
We're running, and there is still some space, so if you're listening in, don't write it off. But we're running 2 to 3 programs a week pretty much now through the end of the year. We have very limited space, but we do have some space available.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was when did we start this? I started this show last January, so you came on then, and it's just been amazing to see how much you guys have grown, and I see more equipment over there, and you guys seem to be out on adventures all the time.
Yeah. That feeling I had mentioned earlier about if we ever plant a new branch, I know where I want it to be. Western North Carolina has proven to be a very welcoming community.
Yeah.
that has been very excited and very supportive of Waypoint being here. I mean, within 8 months of us launching Waypoint being here in our programming, we had multiple inquiries from big organizations. North Carolina State Parks is the biggest one. North Carolina State Parks reached out to us last year and expressed an interest in wanting to make the North Carolina State Parks more inclusive and accessible for people with disabilities. And so we entered into a really cool partnership with them last year where we ran, close to 18 adventure programs in the parks that were accessible to people with disabilities. And did some training for their staff to help equip them. And the hope ultimately, especially with a partnership like the North Carolina State Parks, is that over time, an organization like that can become more inclusive and more understanding of how to be fully accessible. And Waypoint wouldn't necessarily need to be a part of that. We could just say, now the North Carolina State Parks is accessible for people with disabilities, right? That's kind of the ultimate goal for us.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we've got folks who want to volunteer, or if you have a disability, give Adam a call at Waypoint. And then we're also here to talk about a wonderful fundraiser that's going to be happening April 10th. And you do not want to miss this fundraiser. It sounds like it has some amazing things. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. Mary Noble, I'm really thankful for the opportunity to come in and kind of put a plug in for this event. It is going to be a really fun event. All proceeds going toward Waypoint's mission of challenging people with disabilities to discover their purpose, talents, and strengths through the transforming power of adventure. So all funds raised that night are going to go to help us continue running these programs and being able to make them low cost and financially accessible for all of our participants. So let's see, the event will be Thursday, April 10th. So next Thursday, a little over a week from now.
Soon.
So very soon. It's going to be from 6:00 to 8:30 at the Mule, which is an event center. It's the Devil's Foot Beverage Company's event center in Asheville, right off Sweeten Creek Road. So the Mule, 6:00 to 8:30, Thursday, April 10th. We'll have a silent auction, lots of really cool experiences and massages and spa treatments and
rafting trips. You said
rafting trip with French Broad Adventures is in there. There's a bike tour around Asheville, an e-bike tour around Asheville for two from the Flying Bike in Asheville. Like I said, several massage packages and really great auction items. If you come for the mission, but if you want to get some good deals on some stuff too, you may be able to through the silent auction. So we'll have a silent auction. We'll have a short program where we'll get a chance to hear from several of our participants and family members talking about why adventure is important for them and talking a little bit about their experience on a Waypoint Adventure program. James Ledgerwood, superintendent of the of Chimney Rock State Park, which is a North Carolina state park, is going to be there to talk a little bit about his experience coming out with Waypoint as a volunteer and participating through our partnership with the North Carolina State Parks. And he's going to talk a little bit about that partnership and why that's been so valuable for both organizations. And then, it'll just be a fun night of good food and drinks and a place to meet some new people and hear a little bit more about Waypoint's mission.
Well, you have been able to bring so many community members together. And I've said this a lot in the last 6 months it's really a mixing pot of being able to give and receive, and it's much easier to give sometimes. And, it's so important for our folks in need to be able to receive and feel like they have a purpose in life. And so kudos to you for bringing all these people together. Yeah,
thank you. Well, it's been fun, and quite frankly, like I said, I feel like we've been welcomed into this community with open arms, and in that way, it's kind of been easy. We feel like we showed up and said we have this to offer, and people said we want it. So it's been fun.
That's great. Well, so if anybody is interested in coming to the fundraiser, do they need to buy tickets ahead of time?
So it's a free event. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
It is a free event, but we are asking everyone who's coming to register. So the best way to do that, well, if you go to our social media channels, Instagram and Facebook in particular, we do have our link in bio, and there's a button in there for registering for the event. You can also go to our website, which is waypointadventure.org, and click on Get Involved. And there's an events tab under Get Involved, and you can access the registration there too.
Okay, so I'll make sure to share that on Facebook when I do a little feed about the show.
Awesome.
And guys, y'all come out. This is going to be a great event. Like Adam said, it's free. You do need to register on Waypoint Adventures website or Instagram, and it's April 10th, and it's the Devil's Foot Beverage Company Event Center called the Mule, 6 to 8:30. And wow, I am just so excited about what's to come, and also I'm ready to sign up for some volunteer. I think
Come on, you
think
should.
Yeah, it'd be
Absolutely.
fun. Me and Johnny B need to come.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Love to have you.
What's one of your what's your favorite thing to do?
Ooh, personal.
Like with the participants.
Oh, yes. Our tandem cycling programs are really fun. Being on a bike with somebody, figuring out how to navigate and steer the bike, but just riding a bike and riding a bike with somebody else, the wind in your hair, being outside. I like our tandem cycling programs. I like all of them, but tandem cycling is particularly fun for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Adam, tell the audience how Waypoint is funded.
Yeah, great question. So we do have a set of program prices. So we do ask participants and groups to pay an entrance fee if they can. It's not a barrier. We don't allow it to be a barrier. We will scholarship whatever it takes to say yes to them. So even if someone says, I can't afford anything, we're going to say, sign up. Come on, we'll make it happen. But even when people do pay those program prices are really only about a third to a quarter of what it actually costs us to run these experiences. By nature of making an experience like hiking or kayaking accessible, you have to have lots of equipment. I mean, we have $20,000 off-road wheelchairs, and we have specialized trained staff to be able to make sure they're accommodating folks appropriately. So it's 3 to 4 times more than what we actually charge people for it, because we've kind of set a internal value to say we're not going to charge you anything outside of what is industry standard for a fee like this for going kayaking or going rock climbing. If you didn't have a disability, we're not going to charge you because you have a disability, right? So that's where funders step in. So we write grants. So family foundations, corporate grants help support our work. We rely on corporate donors, so companies who come in and say, "Hey, we'll sponsor a program or a participant or an event like the fundraiser that's coming up," and then individual donors, individual families or folks that say, "Hey, I want to jump on board and support what you guys are doing financially." Honestly, we cannot do this work, and we can't offer these programs for an affordable rate like we do without people jumping on board and financially supporting. So
when you come to the fundraiser, or if you don't have time to come, you can go on Waypoint Adventures website and click Get Involved.
There's a big donate button when you go
big
on there.
Donate, good.
When you go to Waypoint's website, waypointadventure.org, they'll actually be the first thing you'll see is, do you want to go to Massachusetts or do you want to go to North Carolina? And so when you click North Carolina, then there'll be a big donate button, and that gift will come to us. So,
listen, you're doing a beautiful thing. Well, this is going to be so much fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to win all those silent auction items. Um,
There's some good ones.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, and Mary Noble, invite your friends and
Okay.
everybody listening. We want to fill the room.
okay.
So we're inviting you, and we want you to invite other people. So
All right. That doesn't mean you just bring one friend, bring as many.
that's right. Make it a party.
We're going to get the word out. Is there anything else you want to share before we end the show?
I don't think so. I think that's it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Well, Adam, thank you so much again for coming on the Mountain Magnolia Show, where we reveal the heart and soul of our community, and you definitely are the heart and soul here. And I just excited to see how things continue to grow for you and your company, and being able to meet so many wonderful people and bring this community together. So thank you for doing your angel work.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on to talk about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, just remember you can find us on Facebook, and the show airs on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. And we're on Apple and Spotify. So I hope everyone enjoyed the show today. And until next time, have a great week.
Thank you for joining us for Mountain Magnolias with your hosts, Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis. Join us next time for more interesting stories from the Swannanoa's most interesting people as we give you something to talk about. Mountain Magnolias is a production of Noble & Company Realty in Black Mountain. For more information, please call them at 828-357-5243. 828-357-5243.
The preceding has been a production of Signal Hill Studios. For more information, please call 704-872-0550